For cheap and safe coins, go check the link in the description and use Krasi for a cool discount. And if you wanna buy cheap game codes and prepaid PSN and Xbox cards, G2A is also down below. How's it going, guys? My name is Krasi and welcome to another formation tutorial. Today we're gonna be talking about the best formation to use in FUT Champions, the 4-3-3. A lot of pro players are currently using two variations which are very similar to each other, the 4-3-3 with 2 CDMs and 1 central mid, and the 4-3-3 with 2 CMs and 1 central attacking mid. But don't worry fellas, we're gonna cover both formations because the tactics and everything else is pretty much the same for either formation. The only difference, the main difference is that the 4-3-3, the third variation, is a bit more defensive formation. But anyways, before we get into that, make sure to drop a like on the video if you enjoy my formation reviews, and if you wanna see more coming up on the channel. Can we hit over 1200 likes? You know guys, in order to get the most out of your formation, you need to use proper players and tactics. That's exactly what I'm gonna be covering today, so you can get a better understanding of how to use the 4-3-3 formation correctly. As always, we're gonna kick things off with the instructions. First of all, we're gonna use stay back while attacking, apply to your left and right fullbacks along with your CDMs or CMs depending on the variation. It's really important for you guys to apply this option because once you lose the ball in front positions, your players will go back to their default positions really quickly and close the gaps immediately. Regarding the CDMs or the CMs in front of your defender line, I advise you to go with two strong defensive mids. For example, Matic plus Emre Can will get the job done. Of course, if you have more coins, you can buy better players. For example, I'm gonna use Pogba plus Vieira over there. As central attacking mid or central mid, depending on the variation, I advise you to go with a fast and agile player, 4-star skill moves with great passing attributes, so you can provide your attackers with deadly and accurate through balls. A great example is Eriksen, cheap and overpowered attacking mid. When it comes to your attacking trio, I advise you to apply getting behind to each of them plus cut inside to each of your wingers. The getting behind option will allow them to find openings to make runs towards the opposing goal, so all you need to do is wait a bit and once they trick their markers, provide them with deadly through balls. The cut inside option will allow them to enter the penalty box if you're attacking through the middle, thus the 4-3-3 formation is kinda gonna transform into the 4-3-2-1, which is very useful when it comes to attacking through the middle. Of course, it's clear as day that you need to buy fast wingers with great dribbling technique, but when it comes to the striker position, you can go with either a big and strong player who is able to score headers and protect the ball, for example Ibra, or let's say Musa, who is a fast and agile player with great dribbling and 4-star skill moves. Don't forget that in order to get the most out of your formation, you also need to set a proper custom tactic. I have a special tutorial on the best custom tactics in FIFA 17. You can see the values on screen now, but we're gonna make one change. I'm gonna boost the crossing option to 90 as the formation itself provides you with a fantastic opportunity to create your attacks along the wings and then cross in the ball. On top of that fellas, I created an amazing tutorial on how to cross the ball after the patch, which is very suitable for this formation. Last but not least, I wanna talk about the team mentality. I advise you to go with balanced as we applied certain instructions which will help you defend much better. Of course, depending on how your games develop, you can switch to the left or to the right. Now let's talk a bit about the formation, how to create your attacks, how to defend properly using this formation. In FUT Champions, I faced a lot of players using either 4-3-3 variation. The best way to create your attacks is along the wings using your wingers. You can either cross in the ball or cut inside using skill moves and then driven balls towards some of your players inside the box. Besides, creating attacks through the middle is also a fantastic way to break down the opposing defense. Let's take a look at the following situation. Right there we've got left winger, central attacking mid or central mid depending on the variation, right winger, striker and one of your CDMs. You've got enough support in order to beat the opponent using 1-2 passes and through balls. The good news is that I have special tutorials on how to attack either with through balls or 1-2 passes on the channel. Regarding your defense, do your best to close gaps using your CDMs or CMs depending on the variation. You've got 4 defenders plus 2 midfielders playing right in front of them, so 6 players in total, and you should not experience any difficulties with defending. So guys, this is gonna be the end of today's FIFA 17 formation review. As always, if you have any questions, you're welcome to drop them below. This is not my favorite formation to use in FUT Champions, I must admit that, but from what I've seen so far, most of the players in top 100 are currently using it. Also, I always find it difficult to play against the 4-3-3 formation in FUT Champions, so it brings me to the conclusion that the formation is one of the best, if not the best, to use in FUT Champions. Anyways, thank you all for watching. My name is Krasi, don't forget to follow me on Twitter if you want to stay updated on my FUT Champions performance and everything else related to FIFA 17. And as always fellas, I will catch you later. Bye bye!